The acting governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Folashodun Shonubi, leads senior management officials to this media briefing after chairing the first Monetary Policy Committee meeting under the administration of President Bola Tinubu. The two-day meeting is coming at a time when inflation, high debt burden and poor crude oil output is hitting global economies, and Nigeria is not left out.
The committee reviewed developments.
The committee voted to hike the MPR by 25 basis points to 18.75% from 18.5%, a decision that is driven by the rate of rise in inflation in the country.
Inflation across several advanced economies has continued to moderate, but remains considerably above their respective long-run objectives, even as monetary policy tightening progresses. In the emerging markets and developing economies, inflationary pressure remains broadly elevated, though there are signs of moderation in some countries. Global inflation is thus expected to remain elevated through 2023, despite broad measures by several central banks to ease the pressure.
Mr. Shonubi also stated that the committee considered the effect of the increase in interest rates on investors, hence the moderate hike. He also noted the equity market has remained bullish, which indicates investors' confidence in the market. He noted that the volatility around foreign exchange rates will soon normalize.
We need to encourage the markets to be more efficient and to be more effective, and that takes a bit of time. Some of the volatility you've seen over the period has been driven by that same fact that the market needs to find its level, and also the reality that there's pent-up demand which current supply may not be sufficient for. And as we ease and satisfy the pent-up demand, we begin to see a more efficient market that runs. But you also need to understand that the dynamics of pricing in the market, and we feel we should actually stop calling it the I&E, because it is now much more than the I&E. For us, it's a market where everybody and anybody, through the licensed institutions, can participate.
The Central Bank of Nigeria hopes to continue seeking for ways to control all inflationary indices, as well as reduce the sufferings faced by Nigerians. Victoria Longjohn, Channels Television News.